It's kind of wild when you think about it. What do our everyday Google searches actually say about us? I mean, not just what we're interested in, but what they say about our society as a whole. Well, it turns out these little digital breadcrumbs we leave behind, they're pointing to this massive trend, a huge shift in where we're all headed. And it really all boils down to one simple question.
What are we actually searching for? I mean, think about it. We have all the information in the world at our fingertips, so what are we choosing to look up? Well, the answer is pretty fascinating. It shows this big shift in what we value, a real move toward things that are super specific and, well, practical.
Okay, so check this out. Let's look at two search terms. On one hand, you've got a professional, right? They're searching for AI tools tutorial. On the other hand, you have a parent, maybe a teacher, looking up STEM activities for preschoolers. Now, at first glance, these seem like they're from totally different planets, don't they? But believe it or not, these two little clues, hiding right there in plain sight, are telling us the exact same story.
All right, let's dive into that first one. We're going to put on our detective hats for a second and decode what that professional is really looking for. This search, it's all about staying relevant, like right now.
See, the person typing this in isn't just browsing for fun. They've got an immediate goal in mind. They need skills they can use on the job, like today, stuff that's going to give them an edge right away, not something they might use years down the road.
And here's the key thing. Notice they're not asking, what is AI? Nope, they're searching for AI tools. That one-word difference, it's huge. It means they're not looking for a definition. They're looking for an application, a specific piece of software they can use to make their work better or faster or just easier.
And then you've got the magic word tutorial. That just seals the deal, doesn't it? A tutorial isn't some boring lecture. It's a hands-on, step-by-step guide. It's a promise that says, here's how you learn it, here's how you do it, and here's the result you're going to get. It's all about action.
Okay, so let's switch gears and look at our second clue. We're jumping from the immediate needs of today's professional to something totally different. We're talking about the building blocks for tomorrow.
Now, the goal here is completely different, but it's just as laser-focused. This search isn't about getting a project done by Friday. No way. This is a long-term investment. It's about building a child's brain, really, giving them a solid foundation of skills that are going to be absolutely essential for the world they grow up in. And just look at what that foundation is made of. Science, technology, engineering, and math. STEM. We're not talking about simple ABCs here. These are the absolute pillars of innovation, of problem solving. This is some serious, long-term prep work happening. But honestly, the most mind-blowing part of this whole search, it's those last two words, for preschoolers. I mean, let that sink in. Preschoolers. We're not even talking about high school or middle school. The focus is on getting these complex, future-ready skills into their heads at the earliest possible age. That's wow.
Okay, so let's recap. We've got two super different searches, right? For two totally different groups of people on two completely different timelines. So what's the connection? How do these two things possibly relate? Well, this is where it all starts to click into place. Let's just put them side by side one more time. The AI tutorial, that's about an immediate need. It's career-driven. The STEM activities, that's about building a future foundation. It's development-driven. I mean, they look like complete opposites, right? But they're not.
So, you've got one search that's all about the present. That professional needs to keep up, to perform in the economy as it is right now. It's a survival tool, really.
And then you've got the other search, which is all about the future. That parent or teacher is getting a kid ready for an economy we can't even fully picture yet. They're building a foundation for challenges and opportunities that are still way off on the horizon.
So, what's the common thread? What's the one thing that ties these two completely different worlds together? It's skills. That's it. Both searches, when you boil it all down, are about getting practical, hands-on skills. Not just learning random facts, but gaining the ability to actually do stuff.
And this points to a really important pattern, this rise of what we can call skill-focused terms. We're all starting to use search engines differently. It's less about just knowing something and more about knowing how to do something. We're prioritizing the know-how over just the know-what.
And really, that's the big takeaway here. It doesn't matter if you're a professional trying to learn new software or a parent teaching a 4-year-old about logic through a game. As a society, we're shifting our focus. We're moving away from asking what is, and we're demanding to learn how to.
That is a huge change in how we think about learning at every single stage of life. It's a massive shift toward empowerment. So I leave you with this question. And it's not just about some big trend. It's about you. In this world that's so focused on skills, what's the next skill you're going to search for?